I really, really like the stick fighting sequence. I think it's, we put a lot of time and energy into it, and Guillermo does those types of sequences so well. I thought it came out really slick, and it's a very important scene. There were several incarnations of what that was going to be, because the concept of the drift I thought was really, really beautiful idea that it had come up with, that Travis and Guillermo would come up with. It would require two people to mind meld, and give each other complete access to each other's minds. I mean, that's a very brave thing to do. I mean, I've been with my girlfriend for a long time, 7 years, and I love her like crazy, but I still wouldn't give her access to my mind. I mean, there's a lot of now that I don't want her to know about. It was the bonding moment where they figure out if they're going to be together, if they're going to be compatible or not. Which is obviously just a metaphor for love and the whole thing. So we. There was many different versions of that scene. There was a scene where we tried some different fighting techniques. That whole sequence was much longer, and it got distilled down to a stick fighting sequence. There was a sequence where it was kind of a montage where we tried some fighting, and then and it culminated in us dancing. And there was us dancing was the thing that got us to trust each other and bond. And then there was another version where we went into the Jaeger together and made this drifted, and then we drifted at night together and made love in our dreams, in a sleep drift dream sequence. And that got, Guillermo didn't feel that was exactly it, and then he came up with this stick fighting sequence, and it just felt like the right level of, the reality of the movie, the training aspect of it, and the military aspect, and the truest way for us to bond. So I think it's a really important scene, and I also think it's just kind of badass. I don't think I'd want to fight any of them. Maybe Crimson Typhoon, the three arms one would be kind of a badass fight. But it's funny. There was a few moments like this with this movie where I felt such an affinity. Gypsy Danger is very, very important to Raleigh. And I grew up with gypsies, and I'm totally obsessed with gypsy culture. And Guillermo didn't know this; wasn't the basis of the name at all. And actually, I'm writing a film that I would love to direct about gypsy culture in England. And and I always kind of, when I was a kid, I was pissed off at my mom. I was like, I'm gonna run away with the gypsies, and then he calls the robot Gypsy Danger. So I felt like even before I'd really seen any of the renderings or something, I felt like an affinity with that robot.